being a YouTuber is not as easy as it sounds, and I would assume that a lot of the aspiring YouTubers that watch my videos probably know that. There's so much more that goes into being successful on YouTube than just uploading a video and hoping it does well, but it seems like so many people just don't know where to start. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber and I've seen a decent amount of success myself, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my tips and insight on what you can do to become a successful Hive YouTuber. I'll talk about titles, thumbnails, and the YouTube algorithm, and even talk to some other Hive content creators to see what they have to say about becoming a successful content creator on the Hive. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're a fan of my content, and enjoy. So, something you should keep in mind while watching all of this is that not everything in this video is necessarily going to work for everyone. Speaking from experience, content creation is really just experimenting and sticking with the stuff that works. Still, I'm sure that these tips and tricks can be used by most people to help with the growth of their channels. Speaking of growth, let's talk about that a little bit. One of the more important things that I always tell people about content creation is to figure out what you're doing it for. Are you doing it literally just to have fun, or are you doing it to grow your channel? Either of these are acceptable answers, and it's okay to have a mix of both, but you have to figure out what your main goal is. Now, obviously, if you're doing it just for fun, then have fun with it. Upload what you want, whenever you want, and that's fine. However, if you're mainly trying to grow your channel, that's where things get a little bit different. That's what this video is mainly going to be about. Strategies that you can use to grow your YouTube channel. Now, I could just sit here and ramble for the next 6.5 minutes talking about strategies that I've used to become successful, but that would get boring pretty quickly. That's where talking to other Hive YouTubers comes in. There's a couple of content creator Discord servers that I'm in, and I put this question out to one of them. What do you think it takes to become a successful content creator on the Hive? Now, I got 25 responses, and honestly, I don't have time to go through all of them because there were literal essays written by some people, but here are some of the responses that I think have some really good insight. This one by Tranker says, a succinct explanation of what it takes would be an even mix of knowing the right people, putting time and elbow grease into the work, and always just a touch of algorithm luck. Another good response by JD says that it'll take a lot of dedication, and you'll need great and unique video ideas, and also having high quality videos will help out a lot. Finally, the last one that I'm going to go over for now is by Dragon G, and he says that he thinks finding your niche is really important, and that it doesn't only have to be what you do in the videos like commentary and montages. It can also be your personality if that stands out a lot. Now, like I said, I got a lot more responses, but again, I just can't go over all of them in the video. However, in the planning for this video, I broke down these responses a lot more and found out what most of them have in common. I broke it down into 5 points: originality, quality, consistency, connections, and luck. Let's start off with the first point, which was originality. Like Peister said in his response, a video titled Skywars Montage number 6 isn't really gonna get you anywhere because that's been done by half of the people who have ever posted a Hive Skywars video. Are you really going to want to click on Skywars Montage number 6 over another video titled something like the best Hive Skywars montage you'll ever see? I personally don't know anyone that would. Originality isn't just with your titles though. Your video ideas in general have to stand out from everyone else, otherwise they're just gonna get lost in a sea of everyone doing the same thing. I personally think that most Hive montages are just overdone at this point and are pretty stale content. To stand out among the crowd, you need to be doing something different or do something to get people to watch your video. What is that thing, you might ask? Well, it can come in different forms, but one of those things can definitely be your video quality. In a response to my question by Seaman Wizard, he said that if you're unable to record in at least 720p 60 FPS, getting watch time will be fairly difficult. Now, as much as I hate to say it because I realize that not everyone can record at that quality, he is right. Out of most successful Hive content creators, who do you see recording in a quality less than that? People like watching good quality videos for a reason. But the quality on YouTube isn't everything either. You've also got to think about the literal quality of your video. How does it stack up against videos from other people? Are you going to want to watch unedited Skywars gameplay with zero commentary? Or are you going to want to watch a funny moments reel from someone who's entertaining? Do you want to watch a commentary where they're pausing to say and every 3 seconds? Or do you want to watch a highly edited commentary where every word is thought about and planned beforehand? When making content on the internet, you have to think about what makes you stand out, and this kind of brings us back to the originality point as well. You gotta make viewers want to watch you over other people. But even if you were able to find success through being unique and having high quality content, you wouldn't be able to keep that success if you weren't consistent. I guess I probably should have said this earlier, but doing YouTube is full of hard truths. If you aren't consistent enough, meaning that you don't really keep a schedule schedule or you don't post regularly, people are going to forget about you. Again, I know that sounds harsh, but it's a hard truth that you'll have to learn if you want to grow. It's something that I struggled with over the past few months, and it's something that happens to so many content creators. They just don't post and slowly fade to irrelevance. That's why you need to stay consistent. People will come to expect your content, look forward to it, and you'll retain viewers that way. Now, I should probably say that you don't need to post every day or every other day to maintain consistency. It's literally just about posting on a regular schedule. You could post a video every day, every week, every month, whatever fits your content best. Just make sure that your viewers know when you're going to post. But you know how I said earlier that content creators can become irrelevant if they don't post that often? Well, another hard truth is that you're going to start out irrelevant when you're small. That's just how it's going to be. However, this is where the fourth point, making connections, comes into play. Knowing other YouTubers is the best way to get yourself and your name out there. Just posting videos into the void of YouTube and hoping that they get views isn't really going to work that well. Networking and knowing other content creators though, whether they're big or small, will help you quite a lot in getting more people to know your name. I definitely would recommend becoming friends with as many content creators as possible if you're trying to grow. Now, the last point that was fairly common in a lot of the content creators who I got responses from was that you'll need a little bit of luck to grow. Sometimes you can literally be doing everything else right, but the algorithm just isn't picking you up, or there are other things that are going wrong. That's how quite a lot of successful content creators get their start. They just get a video that absolutely pops off, and then they're able to capitalize on that for the rest of their stuff. Obviously, luck isn't really something that you can count on, but it can definitely help you out in getting a start and growing. So those were the 5 commonalities that I found in a lot of the responses that I got, but there are still a few things that not as many people mentioned that I want to give a little bit of wisdom on. Going back to the algorithm, like I said, you can't necessarily count on it because it works in very mysterious ways. You ever see those people that say, leave a like and comment to help me get in the algorithm? Yeah, that's not really how it works. In my experience, the algorithm is more based off of watch time and how long you can get people to watch your videos for, and if people are watching it for longer, typically YouTube will promote the videos more. It's not an exact science though, and that's not how it works for everyone, but that's kind of how it works for me. Also, putting things like search terms in your description can help out a lot in getting people to find your video, but don't spam tags in your description like this on screen. It works, but it's also against community guidelines and YouTube will get mad at you for doing it. Instead, like I do, you can write a paragraph kind of describing your video and try and fit as many search terms into that as you can. Things like Minecraft Bedrock Edition, Skywars, and Hive are all things that you can put in if that would fit your video. All of this may or may not work for you though. Like I said early on in the video, YouTube is just a big game of trial and error until something works. When you find that thing that works, just stick with it. Another thing that I briefly want to go over is titling and thumbnails. Like I went over earlier, are you really going to want to click on Skywars montage number 6 or the best Skywars montage you'll ever see? Think about your titles and if you would want to click on your video if you saw that title. The same thing can also be said for thumbnails. If you upload a video without a thumbnail, people are probably going to be less likely to click on it. Meanwhile, if your thumbnail is somewhat bright or just has something in the middle that the viewer can focus on and make them want to click on the video, that video will probably do better as a result. There's so much that I could go over regarding video thumbnails, but I just don't have enough time or will to talk about it. But just think about your thumbnail and if it would make you want to click on the video. If it doesn't, think about what you could do better with it. I'm sorry about rambling for 8 minutes about YouTube and stuff that probably most of my audience don't really care about, but this is just the sort of stuff that I'm really passionate about, and I hope you guys can take some of this knowledge and use it for yourself. As a final thing, I'll say this. If you're a smaller creator out there, please make sure to have fun with it. I know I said that it's okay to want to grow, and it is, but you know, don't burn yourself out too easily when you're just starting out. You've got plenty of road ahead of you, so just make sure to have a good time while also chasing your dreams. That's all I've got to say though, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It would definitely help me out a lot in my future growth, and a lot of my content is similar in style to this. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to all of the content creators who ended up replying to my survey. You guys helped out this video a lot, and I appreciate you guys. Also, as always, I want to give a big shout out to all of my YouTube channel members. They support me for $4.99 a month, and they get some cool perks like getting their names on screen at the end of every video that I post. If you want to become a channel member for yourself or check out what other perks they get, you can do so by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button or by clicking the members link in the description. Once again, thank you all for your support, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.